الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين وبعد. My name is Jalal Abualrub, originally from Palestine, from the West Bank, from the city of Jenin. Allah blessed me over the years to work on more than 60 Islamic books in English, between translations and authoring, and I am one of the minor students of Imam Albani, and I studied his books before I met him, but I consider him to be my Sheikh. And Imam Albani, Imam Ibn Baz, Imam Ibn Uthaymeen, they're our Shuyukh. And I translated books for Albani, Ibn Uthaymeen, and Ibn Baz. Having said that, I want to tell you something. When even Western people are feeling sympathy for what's happening in Gaza, or the destruction and killing of civilians in Gaza, that is almost now 2,500, double the number of the Jews who were killed, and yet some of the so-called people who claim to follow the Sunnah, I'm just saying to this, I'm a Salafi. I am a Salafi. I've been calling to Salafiyya for 40 years now, 40. They're saying that the Palestinians brought this on themselves, and they're actually grave worshippers. So let the Jews do whatever, because they're grave worshippers. Whoever started this lie, don't you feel ashamed? I mean, what do you know about Palestine? Why would you say that even, or think about it? The Palestinians have been living under the Israeli Holocaust for about 100 years now, especially since 1948, where they stole most of the land of Palestine, by attacking the civilians, killing them, massacres, and driving the people out, and continually fighting the countries around them and the Palestinians. The Palestinians faced a war of extermination. It didn't kill them all, but it was meant to be extermination, either by killing them or driving them out of Palestine. 1967, the West Bank and Gaza were lost. The Jews took over. Until now, the people of Gaza and the West Bank have suffered the brutality of the Jews, whose Old Testament book tells them that the Lord said to some of the leaders of Israel, this is way before, go to this town and kill every man, woman, child, suckling, infant, oxen, sheep, and donkey. Don't forget the donkeys. That's what their book is saying, and that's what they're doing at this time, because they're just being good Jews. So this is their book. They believe in it. They read it by moving the head like this. So the Palestinians living under this condition, even those among them who are weak in the creed, or actually who worship graves, they don't have time for that. Even those don't have to, accusing an entire Muslim population of being worshippers of graves. This is takfir. How can anyone who thinks that he's on the Sunnah say that? This is takfir. This is what can I blanket takfir. You're calling people not only kuffar, mushrikeen, that they're doing shirk. What a liar. It's absolutely a lie. First of all, under all this that the Palestinians are suffering, they don't have time to worship other than Allah. Especially in Gaza. which has always been more religious than the other parts of Palestine. They're worshipping graves. Do you have a video? Who are you in touch with who tells you that they're worshipping graves? What a stupid lie, really. What a stupid lie. And to justify your takfir of the Palestinians and make it as an excuse for you not to feel compassion with your fellow Muslims, you propagate this lie. Is unbelievable. I've been to Palestine. I'm a Palestini. We lived with Palestinis in Kuwait. I've been in America for decades. I met Palestinis here, everywhere. I have not seen a one person who worships graves. Only a few who used to. But you can't compare them to the millions of Palestinians who live mostly outside of Palestine because they've been expelled. Millions. There are more Palestinians outside Palestine than inside Palestine. For someone to come and say they're grave worshippers, you have no proof to that to begin with. How did you come to the conclusion that the entire population is doing grave worship? I haven't seen any of that. I have no sympathy whatsoever with those who worship graves. But I haven't seen it. Where did you see it? Are you receiving reports from the Jews? Okay. The Jews are the ones who kept propagating that the Palestinians sold their land to us, which is a lie. They were selling to front agencies that pretended to be, I'm from this area, that area, even using some Muslim lawyers to buy land and give it to the Jews. Of course, they got money for that. So maybe the Jews are telling people because, some of the Jews have understanding of the religion of Islam, and they may be trying to convince people, I don't worry about the Palestinians, they just worship graves. I'm saying that. I don't know. Where did you get this from? It's unbelievable. I can't describe it. And those who say it, bring your proof. If you are saying the truth, where is the proof? Where is the... Al-Qassam that Hamas is using for their military wing? Who's Al-Qassam? Read his history. This man was a Salafi scholar who used to go out. This is before the so-called Israel was created as a country. He used to go out and demonstrations against the Sufis who were worshipping graves tens and tens and tens of years ago. Is this how you respond to this man who has actually wrote with some others books explaining the Sufiya and criticizing the Sufi ways and traditions and ideas? La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. I'm telling you, Mister, I don't know, who do you think you are? Maybe you have a Muslim name. You have your videos that are, viewed by tens of thousands of people. Fear Allah. Fear Allah. Have some compassion for Muslims. Do not lie. You don't want to help the Palestinians and shut it up. Why do you have to stab them in the back? There is no space, as I said many times before. There is no space in the back to stab the Palestinians. I don't want to say this word, but I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to save the Palestinians from the evil of such people. Hear it from me. And inshallah, if I hear of anybody's specific name who claims to be follower of the Sunnah, who still says this, then you're going to have videos targeted to those people, because this is a damn lie. And those who intentionally lie like this, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give them what they deserve, because they're liars.